Fox, known online as Sketch or the Sketch Reel, was previously an LGBTQ plus adult content creator. He used names like Jamie Marr HTXXX, Jamie Marr TX, Jamie Marr NSFW, and Jamie's Couture to create and promote content on places like OnlyFans, as well as X, formerly known as Twitter. This video was awkward to write, and it was just as awkward to put images together for and edit. I'm positive that awkwardness will translate into the viewing experience, so I appreciate you for watching and sharing if you see fit. I also want to add all the information and visuals are sourced from public content sites like OF, like Reddit, like X. None of this was pulled from Kylie Cox.
I love how people are so like afraid of looking not masculine or looking like they're not straight or whatever. They have to put disclaimers that they felt a certain way while editing a video. That's what we're at these days. I find it comical,
Personal
dude.
life
It is fucking comical, dude.
Data. This was all things that Kylie created and shared in his previous attempt to become internet famous prior to his content creation under the moniker of Sketch. I sat on the story for a couple of weeks. I was unsure if I really needed to create it and share it with the world. However, I did go to school for journalism, and NJ school they taught us if a story meets the standards of timeliness, proximity, interest, controversy, sensationalism, prominence, and novelty, according to Shoemaker et al. 1987, it is newsworthy and it needs to be shared with the public. For those of us unfamiliar with Kylie Cox, he's a native Houstonian and Texan who once upon a time played linebacker at the recent.
I know sketches. What about
that could be part of the story, but for those of you unfamiliar with my channel, I love to connect popular media with old school philosophy. For the to quote see Sketch on Instagram. However, in doing my research for Sketch's personal belief system, I ran across the comment from user Red Warfus on Instagram, who suggested Googling Jamie Marr HTXXX and Jamie Marr NSFW to quote see Sketch in his true form, with the warning that there was graphic content to be seen. In doing this, I discovered that before Sketch, Kylie Cox led a life of an LGBTQ plus adult content creator known as Jamie Marr HTXXX, as well as the several other monikers related to it. I understand that that is a very serious claim that, again, can have very huge implications on his future. So yes, we want to be certain that this person, Jamie Marr HTXXX, is Kylie Cox, who is Sketch. I mean, at the very base level, if you just look at the name, Jamie Marr HTXXX or Jamie Marr TX, that will indicate to us that this person is in the Texas area, specifically Houston, which we know for a fact is where Kylie Cox, aka Sketch, resides at as well. When we follow that name to Reddit, we get more confirmation that this person is indeed in Houston, because in 2021, they posted several times looking for Houston area meetups. They also posted a handful of times promoting their content on Twitter. Now, when you follow the link to Twitter, fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to slice this, the account has been scrubbed from the internet. In fact, most things associated with Jamie Marr have been scrubbed from the internet, or at least attempted to have been scrubbed from the internet. Still, things remain. Things like a video in 2022 from Big DJ, who features Jamie Marr HTXXX, and looking at the screenshot here, we can see this person very closely resembles Kylie Cox or Sketch. I mean, most of which we're going to have to just go off visuals and referencing Jamie Marr, Kylie Cox, and Sketch, but I do believe that is more than enough, especially paired with the fact that this character is in Houston, Texas, Sketch is in Houston, Texas. A lot of these things are adding up. Most of the video content is way too explicit to share here on YouTube, so we can't go through it. However, I do suggest you do the research yourself. A quick search will pull up exactly what you're looking for. One thing I can show is very edited down pictures, the likes of which, one, show Jamie Marr wearing very distinctive blue rectangular glasses, which are identical to the ones that Sketch often wears, even as recently as a month or so ago. Again, most of it's cut out in this picture, but we can see the bottom of the rectangular frames that are blue, and the arms being a distinctive brown, perhaps a black color. Again, cross-reference with other pictures of Sketch. Those are the exact same glasses. Now, yes, people often have the same glasses, or at least the same aura of glasses, but
You know what? When the video is over, I'm gonna have to focus whatever and do what I did with the Kai thing, and try to find something that's undeniable in terms of
blue rectangular frame,
whether it's like a birthmark or a scar somewhere
frames
like
with
that.
colored arms is very unique.
I have to
Connecting
investigate
that with the very unique look of Sketch in the hometown of Sketch and the hometown of Jamie Marr, it's hard to chalk that up as coincidence only. Similarly, we have Jamie Marr wearing black wireframe glasses and a hairstyle that's also very similar to Sketch, aka Kylie Cox. So this is now two ways to connect Jamie Marr and Kylie Cox: the blue rectangular glasses, the black wireframe glasses.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, nose structure and nose bridge seem to be undeniable. Like distance between like your lips, whatever, and this little ramp there. Look at that. It's pretty
Paired
unique
with
that
the
it's.
location-based
I
matchmaking,
don't think it's fake.
it's very hard to just chalk it up as coincidence, and maybe just so happens Jamie Marr lives in the same place and wears the same glasses and hairstyle as Kylie Cox. This is really all that I can share on YouTube without getting entirely too graphic, and again, just getting my video taken down and defeating the whole purpose of this.
But
I will likely share more evidence on Reddit, or honestly, just Google Jamie Marr HDXXX yourself, and you'll see. It's really not that hard to find if you know where to look.
so you're telling me that the creator I like has more content out there to offer? Hold on.
After this is really where I kind of got tripped up when I was thinking about how to write about this and create a video, because I thought to myself, is all that I really have to say that Kylie Cox initially started out as a adult content creator? That's not super duper exciting. Yes, it's breaking news, it's new information, but how does that really bolster the channel that I'm trying to create here and telling a story of history and philosophy to understand
Wait.
this connection between theatrics, entertainment, and X work?
Wait, that's it? Huh?
And so they try to clean it up a bit, right? They now want the actors for themselves, but they don't want the commoner to know that that's what they're doing with this actor. And so
Wait.
it's hidden a little bit. We don't understand. So
What?
is all that I really have to say that Kylie Cox initially started out as a adult content creator? That's not super duper exciting. Yes, it's breaking news, it's new information, but how does that really bolster the channel that I'm trying to create here and telling a story of history and philosophy attached to these pop cultural events and icons? So I had to do some research. I thought to myself, why is it that X workers are always directly linked to the entertainment industry, the theatrics industry? Why do they always transition back and forth so easily? Is this just a 21st century thing? Is this the rise of TikTok and OF and Linktree? Is that what really has gotten us here? Is it Instagram's fault? And in researching, I found that,
Yo, is this like a philosophical piece for like some sort of like fucking like the Grand Library or some shit? Like what the fuck am I? What am I
the two have
listening?
always been linked together inescapably. If we go back to ancient Rome, the connection isn't super duper clear, but they are definitely in the same social status, right? Most oftentimes, actors, ex-workers, were slaves in servitude to the people of ancient Rome and ancient Greece. At the time, both things were
Chad, what is an ex-worker?
disapproved, especially acting, because Plato thought that this was deceitful. This was a person pretending to be someone else, and that was morally wrong. And because of that,
Oh
that
my
was
God, my
disapproved,
brain's so
especially
off.
because they knew that
Every time you said that, Chad, I kept thinking, like a Twitter like worker for impressions.
as a slave, they were doing much more than just acting on a stage in front of the town. The connection gets overwhelmingly clear when you go to China in the 13th century, where they're not slaves.
Yo, we should actually call them like that. Chat, everybody who farms lives on Twitter and in clickbait chat, we should start calling them ex-workers. Dude, that's a new meta. Chat, that's how you make them feel weird about their shit. They're ex-workers. I like
Willing
that.
Participants were going town to town, acting and spreading entertainment. The issue is, this is prior to people really understanding the value of that. This is pre-TikTok, this is pre-Twitch, pre-YouTube, pre-Hollywood, right? There's no understanding that they are providing a genuine service that could be appreciated by everyone. So, them acting town to town was also them selling themselves town to town, because after they got off stage, they'd interact with townspeople, come to agreements, and perform acts that adults perform together to support their lifestyle and make it to the next town so they could do the same thing there, and then the next town, and the next town, and so on and so forth. So again, we now have the pairing of theatrics, entertainment being directly tied to X work. Then along comes Kabuki in Japan, and this time the connection between the two is right in everyone's face. It is very clear that the Kabuki actors are going to perform acts for people that have the money to patronage them and support their troupe. Again, making this connection inescapable for all of us.
Dude.
Over time, this does shift a little bit, especially once we get into the 18th and 19th century.
That
Now,
feels like a high
the wealthy
school
kind of understand this
presentation.
connection between theatrics, entertainment, and X work. And so they try to clean it up a bit, right? They now want the actors for them.
The nature of the nature of the work, right, has a lot to do with the place and time in history that it was in, right?
themselves, but they don't want the commoner to know that that's what they're doing with this actor. And so it gets hidden a little bit. We don't understand that, oh, this actor is supporting themselves through a different kind of thing. And this kind of goes on from 18th and 19th century all the way up into the 21st. Then once you get to the 20th and 21st century, it's almost there's a very small amount of X work being performed by the actors, and most of it is just truly high-class people patronaging them and supporting their arts. But now, I think in the 21st century, we are circling back to that original deep and inescapable connection between X work and entertainment work. And I think that you see that happen.
Wait, it's not only entertainment work though. Hold on. I don't mind refuting the video. Okay. Listen, this is not something that is only in art. This is almost in every field. A lot of times when people needed funding, in order to do what they want to be doing, they had to find ways to find patronages or whatever, right? That's what in all fields.
With people like Sketch so easily transitioning from Jamie Marr into Sketch and likely back to Jamie Marr behind the scenes for the people that are supporting him. I don't want to point fingers or make accusations about people, but whenever there is large amounts of money being exchanged, we've learned through the entertainment likes that typically that comes with some sort of eye for an eye kind of thing, or you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back, or vice versa. So there's that. This is not new. This is not a phenomenon created by Jamie Marr and Sketch and Kylie Cox. This is something intrinsic to the world that he found himself drawn to. And whether he knew it or not, he understood the philosophy of this world. He understood what the world asked of him, and he gave it to them. And we see the benefits and successes that you...
It's more intrinsic to everything, I think. People want to make money to be able to do other things. I think that's fine.
Can draw from doing the thing that is required of you, for lack of a better term. It's very hard to talk about this under the censorship of our good old-fashioned media overlords. But with that,
chat. I actually know a friend in real life, chat, and chat. I was talking to him, chat, and old friend, okay, and the guy does streams and he gets good viewers, actually good viewers, right? And makes good money, and he only streams from the fucking waist down. I'm not kidding, dude. Yeah, on an actual fucking porn website, and that's how he makes ends meet, brother. I'm not kidding. It's a dude, and he has his whole fucking thing down. It's like bro, I'm not kidding. I'm not linking it.
Thoughts and feelings about this information that I've shared today. I am very interested to see how
he said
respond to the resurfacing of Jamie Marr. Perhaps I am over-exaggerating the importance of my video. Perhaps it will reach the same 300 people that it always does, and it actually won't reach Sketch, and he won't have to address these things. But if it does, I would like to see how do people respond to this. I think we've seen in previous years being LGBTQ+ is not a career ender that it used to be, and so I feel a little bit comfortable in sharing this, knowing that. I mean, I think to situations like Isaiah Rashad where a similar kind of revelation happened, and most people leaned into him and supported him, and so I would love to see the same thing happen for Kylie Cox, and in fact I would love to see Kylie Cox actually stand on this.
A career ender that he used to be. Not a fantastic analysis. He's right. It depends on what type of culture or whatever. Brother, look at a massive artists, massive people in entertainment or arts that end up being LGBTQ plus or whatever, right? Did it end their career? No. I mean, look at fucking, I don't know, but Freddie Mercury, whatever, dude. I could think endless amount. Doesn't matter. It's entertainment. People are entertained. A lot of times, people don't give a fuck what the person is or whatever behind all that. They're entertained, or they like what they see or hear, the experience that they've been given. Who gives a fuck? Like what was the nature of the person who does that, who caused that for them?
And use it as a learning experience, a teaching experience, a way to enrich and deepen his presence online and his partnerships. And I'd love to see how his partnerships respond. Do the Texans continue to lean into him? Do Kai Cenat and AMP continue to lean into him? Will Fortnite lean into him, or will we all shy away and say this is not brand safe? I guess time will tell. With that, again, I have to...
Wait, so what?
Continue to lean into him. Do Kai Cenat and AMP continue to lean into him? Will Fortnite lean into him, or will we all shy away and say this is not brand safe? I guess time will tell. With that, again, I have to... I want to caveat the way that I started this.
Brand safe.
It's not about shaming Kylie. He has the right to live his life. And he was a consenting adult with other consenting adults, so no one was hurt or harmed.
Yeah, again, I hate to refute anything you're saying, but if you make something and you present something and you build an entire brand off of one thing, right? You don't become brand unsafe because you used to do other things and that literally almost nobody knows about.
But I do think that it is very important for online personalities to share things that they did online previously. And I suppose they don't have to, but...
The gay stuff he shot is pretty hardcore. Brother, who the fuck cares? Brother, you seem very interested into hardcore shit, brother. Bro, you go consume it then.
Most times, their previous life
what the fuck do I care if he's gonna suck it or take it?
In conclusion, Kylie's journey from Jamie to Sketch
I
Here's the
don't
historical path
care.
that most actors took, from social outcast to celebrity. And this is just the nature of online personas and how to navigate it. Hopefully, from this, we can learn how to explore your past digital identity and your new digital identity in this age of entertainment and online service. What do you think about Sketch's path?
Man, this guy's Yapatron. Chat, that is Yapatoid. This it's almost like he's trying to justify the reason why he's like doing this or whatever through a bunch of mental gymnastics. Like this is through history. This is because this analysis of philosophy and this is what it is in entertainment or whatever. And he's like doing a bunch of hoops. Like this was awkward to film. This is about the brand. This is about the past of the internet. This is about you and who you will become. This is about giving people what they want and deserve, and this is newsworthy and legal. Like, okay, dude, I just think it's funny. I think it's funny.